Welcome back. Today we're exploring the letter G, from gadget to grain, with useful vocabulary, common collocations, real examples, cultural notes, and some important differences that English learners often confuse. Let's get started.
Gadget, a small device or machine with a particular purpose. He's always buying the latest kitchen gadget.
This little gadget makes life easier.
Gallery, a place where art is shown or sold. We visited a modern art gallery in the city. Gallop, the fastest pace of a horse. The horse began to gallop across the field. Gambit, a move or strategy to gain advantage, often in conversation or politics. Starting with a joke was his usual gambit in meetings. It was a clever gambit to win attention. The word gambit is very common in chess. It means an opening move where you sacrifice something to gain an advantage later. The popular Netflix series, The Queen's Gambit, called Gambito de Dama in Spanish, uses this chess term in its title. In chess, a queen's gambit is a specific opening where a player offers a pawn to control the center of the board. In everyday English, gambit is often used metaphorically. His question was just an opening gambit. It was a strategic first move, not random. So thanks to the series, many learners recognize the word gambit, but remember, it originally comes from chess strategy. Gamble, to risk money or something valuable on a game or decision. He likes to gamble on horse races.
I've gambled everything on this. She gambled her career on that decision. He decided to gamble on a new idea. He's taken a huge gamble on Oscar. The company took a gamble on a new product.
Gang, a group of people, often with a negative or criminal association. The gang was arrested after the robbery. Gap, a space or difference between two things. There's a big gap between rich and poor in the country.
Technology can help bridge the gap between generations.
Gap year, a year, usually taken by students, off before university or after graduation, often to travel or gain experience. Sabbatical, a long break from work, often paid, usually taken by professionals or academics. Examples: she took a gap year before starting university. The professor is on sabbatical this year. Garage, a building for keeping a car. The car's in the garage. I keep my bike in the garage. Gathering, a meeting or group of people. We had a family gathering last weekend. There was a small gathering at her house. Gear, equipment or tools for a particular purpose. He packed all his camping gear. Don't forget your protective gear. Don't forget your baseball gear. Gear. A gear is a toothed wheel in a machine that works with others to change the speed, direction, or force of movement. The bike's gears help you ride up hills more easily. The machine stopped because a metal gear broke. Gear. One of the different speed levels in a vehicle. He changed gear before going up the hill. The project is now in high gear. Be careful. In Spanish, we use different words, but in English, we often use the same word, gear. Gearbox. A gearbox is a set of gears in a vehicle or machine that controls the speed and power by changing gear ratios. My car's gearbox needs repair because it's hard to change gears.
The car has an automatic gearbox.
Generous, willing to give more than necessary. She made a generous donation. Genetic, related to genes or heredity. The condition is genetic and runs in the family.
They are studying a genetic disorder.
Genial, friendly, warm, and cheerful. She is a genial host. In modern everyday English, genial is quite formal and not very common in casual conversation.
Cuando algo es genial, you don't say genial in English. You can say great if you receive good news. For example, I passed the exam. Great! If you want to react to something cool, like a new phone, you can say, your new phone is awesome. If the weather is perfect, you might say, the weather is fantastic today. Para decir, lo pasamos genial en la fiesta, podemos decir, we had a great time at the party. The party was awesome. We had an amazing time. It was a fantastic night. In English, we rarely use one word for everything. Instead of genial, choose the expression that fits the situation.
Genitals, sexual organs. They taught the students the names of body parts, including genitals. Genie, a magical spirit from folklore, often depicted as living in a bottle or lamp, who grants wishes. The genie granted him 3 wishes. A common expression is, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Meaning, once something is done or revealed, it cannot be undone or hidden again. Once the secret was out, there was no putting the genie back in the bottle. Genius, a person with exceptional intelligence. Einstein was a true genius.
She is a musical genius.
Genuine, real, authentic. He gave her a genuine apology. This bag is made of genuine leather. Are you sure this is genuine leather? She showed genuine concern for her friend's problems. Geography, the study of Earth's features. We studied rivers in geography class.
Geography is my favorite subject.
Geology, the science of Earth's structure and rocks. He's studying geology at university. Geranium, a type of flowering plant. She planted red geraniums in the garden. Germ, a tiny organism that can cause disease. Wash your hands to kill germs. Germany, a country in Europe. She lives in Germany. Gesture, a movement to express an idea or feeling. He made a rude gesture with his hand.
He made a hand gesture. Inviting his parents to that special restaurant was a kind gesture. They released the prisoner as a gesture of goodwill.
Geyser, a hot spring that sprays water and steam. Old Faithful is a famous geyser.
We saw a natural geyser in Iceland.
Gherkin, a small pickled cucumber. Gherkin is the British word for a small pickled cucumber. In the US, people usually say pickle instead, even if it's the same thing. He added sliced gherkins to the burger. And here's a fun quote I found about gherkins. Pickles are just cucumbers that sold their soul to the devil. Funny, right? It's a humorous way to say that pickles are just transformed cucumbers, completely different, but still from the same origin. Ghost, the spirit of a dead person. They say the house is haunted by a ghost.
The word ghost became especially famous because of the movie Ghost, starring Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. In the film, Patrick Swayze plays a man who dies but remains on Earth as a ghost to protect the woman he loves. Because of this movie, many English learners recognize the word ghost very quickly.
Ginger, a spicy root used in cooking. I made tea with ginger and lemon. Glad, happy or pleased. I'm glad you came.
I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. I'm glad to see you again. I'm glad that you came.
Global, worldwide, or involving the whole world. Climate change is a global issue. Globe, a spherical model of Earth. He spun the globe and picked a country. Globe means the planet Earth or a round object. If you mean the kind you can blow up and play with, that's a balloon. Glory, great fame or honor. He dreamed of Olympic glory. Glum, sad or gloomy. She looked glum after the test.
Gloomy means dark, cloudy, and without much light. The sky looks gloomy today. It's a gloomy day. Gloomy, sad, depressed, or without hope. He felt gloomy after hearing the news. Gloomy can describe both the weather and a person's mood. It is stronger than a bit sad, but not as strong as depressed.
Gnome, a small mythical creature. There's a garden gnome next to the flowers. God, a supreme being in religion. They prayed to God for help.
The most common use of God bless you is when someone sneezes. Achoo! God bless you! It can also be used to show deep gratitude, affection, or sympathy. Thank you so much for your help. God bless you. In everyday situations, especially after a sneeze, bless you is more common than the full God bless you. In the UK, people usually just say, bless you.
Goggles, protective glasses for eyes. Wear goggles when swimming.
Wear safety goggles in the lab.
Goodwill, kindness or a positive reputation. The donation was a gesture of goodwill. Gooseberry, a small sour fruit. We picked gooseberries in the garden. Gorgeous, very beautiful. She looked gorgeous in that dress. Govern, to rule or control a country or people. The country is governed by a coalition. Grace, smoothness or elegance. She dances with grace. Grade, a level of quality or school mark. He got a high grade on the test. Graduate, to finish a course of study. He graduated from university last year. Grain, individual seed. A very small, hard seed of a plant, such as wheat, rice, or corn. A grain of rice fell on the floor. Grain, category of crops. Plants such as wheat, rice, corn, and barley that are grown for food. Grain is an important part of the human diet. Whole grain bread is healthier. Take it with a grain of salt means don't believe something 100%. Don't take it too seriously. Be a little skeptical or relaxed about it. Don't panic if you make mistakes. Take it with a grain of salt and keep practicing. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing these G words and come back for more everyday English. See you next time.